Hey everyone, welcome to our very first episode of Sittin, Sippin, and Bullshittin from Bless This Mess Southern True Crime Podcast.
Gotta say that kind of slow.
I know, it's a tongue twister, but I love it. I love it. So as you know, if you've been here for a while, we've actually been pretty consistent with those. So I got to give us some props for that. We've been doing Shoot the Poo on most Fridays. Sometimes we miss a couple weeks, you know. We've been doing most of those on Fridays, and we call it Shoot the Poo with Kara and Stu. However, we have been... I did not like the name, as all of you knew.
It flew. It flowed together.
It did flow together. But I didn't care for the name, and for a while, we've been talking about kind of, would you say, upgrading or making things a little bit better, more cohesive.
A little more professional.
A little more professional. So we've been working on a new logo, cover art, which you should... We still got the baby in the background. We're not that professional. Okay? It just is what it is. We have the new cover art. We have new tiers on our Patreon. We have the new name for this, which is Sittin, Sippin, and Bullshittin. Because our whole thing was, and this might sound corny to some of y'all, but this is what I pictured whenever I was redoing all this. I want everybody to feel like we're on a porch. Okay, Stu?
Mm-hmm.
You're on the porch. I'm on the porch. The listeners are on the porch.
Mm-hmm.
We're just sitting out there, having a little drinky drink out of a mason jar, and talking about true crime.
Slapping mosquitoes.
Slapping mosquitoes. Wondering when these damn June bugs are going to stop procreating.
Mm-hmm.
People are probably trying to wonder when we're going to stop procreating.
Never.
As the babies in the background.
Can't keep you off of me. So.
Oh my God. We're done procreating. Our new baby is this podcast, too. So anyway, so yeah, we've been, around for a long time. We've been around for 8 years or so. We've taken some breaks.
There was a long 2-year stretch there.
Yes.
2.5 years.
Yes. And so, yeah, so we've just been wanting to just take it a little more seriously, be more consistent. And so that's what we're trying to do. So some of the changes that you'll see is one, like I said, the cover art. Some people have already seen the Patreon, and you'll see there's 3 tiers now. The first one is sweet tea, and so that's $3 a month. You get access to the community board where we can chit chat with you, and then you have ad-free episodes on the day that they normally come out, so that would be Thursday. If you upgrade to the $5 tier, you get early access, so you get the episodes on Wednesday ad-free, and you get the Sittin, Sippin, and Bullshittin, our Friday episode where we just chat and talk about a true crime documentary. And then if you do the Moonshine Mason Jar, that is $10 a month, and you get... After 3 months, I'm so excited. So we're doing the drinks every week.
Yes.
And they're in mason jars. So we're getting mason jars that say, Bless This Mess Porch Crew. And so after 3 months of being on that level of the $10 a month, the Moonshine Mason Jar will send you one of those jars so you can drink along with us. And then we're going to have those as available just as a one-time purchase. So look out for that. That's coming. We have that all in the works. And so, yeah, that's the Moonshine Mason Jar. And then you also get to, once a month, we'll put up a poll to vote on which episode you would like us to cover. So we'll give you some options, and then you can vote in that. What else was on there? There's a whole bunch of stuff on that one. Anyway, so I'm very excited about all of them. As you can see, it's all mason jar themed, drink themed. Our weekly pour, so we're going to do that once a week. I've been wanting to do this forever, where we have a drink that goes along with the podcast episode. And so this week it is our Southern Peach Bourbon Sweet Tea, which we made and I posted. So you guys will get that recipe on Wednesdays, and then everybody else will get it on Fridays on social media. Well, we just make a drink. Me and Stu are drinking it right now, the drink that we made.
Yes, we are.
We're on our second one. So the ideal is that...
Things could get a little wacky tonight.
No, the idea is that the main episodes, that if you guys are wondering about those, our main ones that go out to everybody, Those, if you have been around for a long time and you recall.
We used to partake in quite a few.
Drinking?
Yes.
Yes, but that's not what they're going to be. No, that's not what I'm trying to get at. That was excessive drinking. We used to research a lot more into the cases because we had,
no
children and stuff like that. And so we used to really get into the details.
Drink.
That's a long running joke, is the details, because there was one episode where we said details so many times we turned into a drinking game. Anyway,
that was the frog episode.
Yeah, so we are going to be getting back. I've been working the last couple of months to start getting a backlog of episodes that I've been able to really research and get down into all the nitty gritty and the details to bring that to you guys. So we're going to streamline those episodes a little bit because they have been going off the rails. Okay, I'll be honest with you guys. They've been shorter episodes where we just kind of are on the surface of the cases just because we haven't had time. But now we've been working the last couple months. I've been working the last couple months to write these longer episodes. And so I'm very excited because I've already got a backlog. We're ready to go, so we'll start our first one next week. So we will have our normal banter still in there, but we're really going to stick more to the cases of what, instead of talking a lot about our personal life in there, we're going to stick to the cases, have a few little bit of banter, but then save most of that for these episodes. Because when we record those main episodes, what we'll do is we're going to record them and go straight into this Sittin, Sippin, and Bullshittin, where we talk about our lives and whatever else chaos going on, like me getting too drunk at a wedding, or how our children are being terrible right now.
Yes, they are. Watching them on the camera.
Watching them on the camera in the room. Acting a fool. Going to wake up the 2-year-old and update you on our move and everything. So, yeah, that's what we have. It'll still be the same type of show. We're just going to stick more to the actual crime aspect on the main episode and save a lot of that extra stuff for this episode. And we should be like, my thing was, we make the drink, we're making the drink, we're drinking with you guys for the first episode, we make it through the first drink, and then by the time we do this Sittin, Sippin, and Bullshittin, we are on our second drink. Smashed. Yes, on our second drink. Babies. No, what is wrong with you?
I don't know. I didn't know where you were going with that.
Yeah. So, yeah, we just wanted to update you guys. And, again, this one's going to go out to everybody. So, if you are not part of the Patreon, this will be the only episode you get on the Friday. Sorry. But we will have this. Go check out patreon.com/BustThisMessPodcast to get all those benefits and see which tier might work out for you or which one you think. So,
or if you want one at all.
Yeah. Or if you want, we still have our regular episodes every week. It's not going to be, you'll still get that. We also will have Little Less Mess. So Little Less Mess, I was not putting them out that consistently, but that's changing now. They will go out consistently. And instead of Sundays, they're going to go out Mondays as kind of like a grab your coffee, let's head to work. And let me tell you, spend 15 minutes telling you a case. And it's going to be this, it's the same thing. What happened was with the Little Less Mess, it was what we offered people who did not want us chit-chatting and stuff and banter and jokes and laughing.
That's for people that were wanting me to leave the show.
Or they might have wanted me to leave and you just read it. I don't know. But we were doing that because it was already the cases we'd already covered, and then it was just me coming in and basically reading the case in a very straight matter of fact. So that's why we called him A Little Less Mess. So it will be the same case we cover on the Thursday episode. It'll come out Monday as A Little Less Mess, and it's just a shorter version of it, just me telling the case. If you would like just a recap of it, maybe you didn't catch everything, you want a recap, you can listen on your way to your work, drinking your coffee, instead of with us on the evening one, drinking booze.
Moonshine.
Yes. I think that's it. How do you feel about? Are you excited? I'm very excited about all of this, and I know you guys probably think some of this is like cheesy because I really do. I want to say like, hey, pull up your rocking chair. It reminds me of that time that Stu wrote that thing about Ronald Gene Simmons and about him hacking his.
Some digital marshmallows or something.
Yes, he wrote a whole thing. And I was like, this is so cheesy, but here I am.
So stupid.
Here I am doing it. I just want everybody to feel like we're here as.
I think that was like episode 2 or 3, and we were drinking as well.
But I also wrote a Christmas poem about that. Remember?
I do remember
I do.
that.
Christmas. Maybe I'll pull that one out
Dust
of retirement.
dust that one off?
Yeah, dust that one off for this year, Christmas 2026. The Ronald Gene Simmons thing, because he did that around Christmas time. So yeah, so that's what's going on, and we really appreciate. We already had some since we announced our changes over on Patreon. We've already had some of our. Oh, that was the thing. If you are already a Patreon and you're hearing this and you signed up at the $3 level for the early and ad-free and the Friday things, you are grandfathered in.
To the $5 level?
No, what happens is on Patreon, I just unpublish that old tier and nothing changes it. So if you leave it, though, you can't go back to it. But if you just stay in it, you get the early and ad-free and the Friday episodes at the level that you're in. Because we didn't want to, kick you guys out and be like, hey, you got to re-sign up and pay us more or something for the same benefits. So you're grandfathered in for that. But just know if you leave, that tier is gone. So you can't get back to that tier. If you leave and then want to come back, to get the same benefits, you'd have to do the $5 tier.
It's there.
Yes.
But it's not published, so you can't see it to access it.
Yes, but you are in that tier. So that's the tier you're in. Just nobody else can join it, and that's just how Patreon works. So you don't have to shuffle people around and things like that. But yeah, we did. So we wanted to thank the people that have already they were already patrons, and they just
upgraded some stuff.
So we really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, Amy Lynn, Rachel, Tommy's been around a while. Lisa and Karen, they all upgraded.
We thank you very, very much. We really appreciate it and supporting us through all of this. But so on this episode, so that's all that podcast business is out of the way. We are going to, if you haven't seen a toxic love story like Stu hasn't seen it.
Oh, I've seen it. Oh,
no, you're living it.
Yes, I'm living it.
If you haven't seen a toxic love story on Netflix and you don't want spoilers, you might want to pause this and then come back to it after you watch it on Netflix, because I'm fixing to tell Stu all about it, and because he don't know nothing about it. I watched it.
No, Stu's been doing yard work trying to get the. We got to get out of this house to sell.
Yes, we are moving. Just a quick update on the moving. We are moving in
3 weeks.
Little over 3 weeks.
Yep.
We got tons of stuff to do around the house. We will be recording because again, part of the new upgrading and being the new us is that we are going to be professional and we are going to put things out on time when we say we are. We promise you that. That's why we've been working over the last couple of months to try to get ahead. So we will still have episodes going out while we're moving that we're going to pre-record to get you guys. And then, so yeah, we're moving in a couple weeks. We're clear to close. So that's all. That's what they say. So we should have that all in order. I had to sign over my power of attorney so Stu could sign for me.
Yes.
And then what's funny is, so we're signing the paperwork or whatever, and I said, which one so we just printed out like a generic one. You can get it like texas.gov or whatever. And it has all these different things that you initial by if you want them to have, what you want them to have access to. We had to pause. Stu's showing me the kids acting a fool in their room. And I'm like, I'm trying to talk and think. Okay.
Well, you're looking at me like, what are you looking at on your phone that's so important?
So the notary comes over and we're filling it out, and so you initial by all the things that you want them to have access to. That can be basically anything like health. It could be financial, real estate. Mm-hmm. So I just was like, so Stu was like, well, just do them all down there, because then you can initial by the one that says, oh, you can go initial next letter is O, and it says all. And I was like, I ain't doing that. I said, I've seen this Dateline episode. I'm not doing that. So I just initialed next to the A, which is real estate transactions or whatever. And I'm like, he ain't trapping me like that, gonna have me. Well, then we send it into the title company and everything for them to look at. And they come back, they're like, oh, you actually need to initial next to A and E for financial transaction as well. So then he's like, well, if you just initialed next to O for all, we wouldn't be doing this. So
I can't off you right now anyway.
Yeah, you got to.
I mean, sometime in the future.
You need me to get you out of here first.
No,
and then
you need
work.
Me to get you out of here.
No, you need me to get you out of here.
I could just leave.
No, not without financial ruin, Stuart.
Been there before. I ain't scared.
No, we have to. You need me to get you out of here, and then at least 1 year from when we move, because that's the time limit. If I lose my job or quit before a year, work makes me pay all this.
Makes you pay all that back.
All this back. Not if I'm dead. Then they're going to come for you.
They ain't coming for me. You're going to be dead. I'm sure there's a clause in there that if you croak, they're not going to be like, oh, let's go get the family for all their moving costs.
The place I work for? Oh, yes, they would.
I don't think so.
I do think so. So, yeah, so that's where we are on the move. We're just real busy around here trying to get things done. Stu's been out in the yard working a whole bunch. I've been trying to work from home.
It's 100 degrees out there, too.
Oh, my God. It's so hot out here right now.
There's no shade.
The kids don't even want to go outside and, swim. It's so hot. I mean, I tried to get them to go out today and go swimming, and they wouldn't even go.
No,
they just kept putting it off. And they're like, oh, we want to swim. And I'm like, no, you don't, because you're not actively trying.
No, the pool temperature is 90 degrees, and the heater's not on. It's just 90 degrees in the pool.
So tomorrow, though, I don't care. They're still awake now. They're going out in the pool for hours. I don't really care if they want to or not. I'm just going to lock them out of the house. All right. So that's what we have going on. That's our main thing.
You just made it sound like you're going to send some small children out to the pool unattended.
I'm not. I mean, I'll be out there with them. I'm just saying from the hours of 3 p.m., because I got to wait till the sun's a little bit down a little bit. From 3 p.m. to 7 p.m., they're in the pool outside, burning their energy off. Except for the 2-year-old. She doesn't have to do that. She can come in whenever she wants to.
She goes to sleep.
She goes to bed at night. She's tired. Because she won't take a nap, though. She's got her own problems. She stopped taking naps. And then last night, she fell asleep watching the movie or whatever we were watching.
At 7.
At 7, which is early for her. She fell asleep, and then she woke up at 4 something. We didn't hear her or anything because we were up late because the baby wouldn't go to sleep. And so we slept right through it, everything. She managed to get out of her sleep sack because she still uses a sleep sack, and she's in a crib. And so now we're going to have to transition her to a toddler bed because she got out of her sleep sack and almost flung herself over
the rail.
The rail. So, so we have that to look forward to. All right. Now we've got all that out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get into... Oh, that's the other thing. We will make sure and try to have a true crime documentary to talk about on these each Friday. So it'll be life updates, chit-chat, hanging out, talk about true crime documentary. That
or some documentary.
Most likely hasn't seen. Or some documentary. What documentary?
Well, you watched that one about the boat that flipped over on its side? You think that was a crime?
Well, that's technically a crime. Somebody went to jail. Okay?
Well, squeeze
Multiple people went to jail over that. We can talk about that one next time. All right. So here we go.
Talk
Netflix,
to me, Goose.
A toxic love story. Again, if you have not seen it, this is going to be all spoilers.
You're listening to it now.
Yep. Okay, so it's about a love triangle that takes place in Anaheim, California. The setup is this. It's early 2016.
Mm-hmm.
There's a U.S. Marshal named N. Diaz. He meets a woman named Angela on a dating app. They fall fast, and within a month, they are married and moving into his condo. He met her at Starbucks. It was like one of those, it's like love at first sight.
Kind of like when you saw me.
Sure. Yeah. That's what makes you sleep at night. Yeah. So anyway, so after a month, they're already living together. So this is...
Kind of like us.
What? That is not even... Though I moved into an apartment in the same apartment complex. And then I stayed at your apartment all the time. But technically, we didn't live together. I had my own place. I only slept in it 3 times in that amount of time. But yeah, it used to be nice. You used to make me chocolate martinis. You used to make me eggs.
You used to be nice to me.
Well, things change. I used to be able to laugh and not pee, but...
Here we are.
Here we are.
You need a napkin?
All right. So it's a complete whirlwind of a romance. But immediately things start getting dark. And not because of what's happening between Angela and Ian. There's an outside force, if you will.
Oh, no.
So Angela starts receiving these horrific, threatening emails from an anonymous account calling themselves Lilith is Truth. And the threats just keep getting worse and worse. The sender starts attaching pictures of dead bodies. And eventually the sender creates a fake Craigslist ad posting Angela's face and address. Now, this is where it gets really disturbing. And I wonder if that person that trial we had not long ago got the idea from this. I don't remember this case, but apparently it was real big in the news what was going on. Also, before we get into the next part, the Lilith thing, whole thing, apparently Lilith is some sort of character in history that was like tried to tempt Adam or something. I don't remember. Or she's like basically like the devil's spawn or something.
Yeah,
like
she was actually with the devil. She left Adam. She was working for the devil, got with the devil, married the devil or something. I don't know.
Yeah, so there's a feeling of like biblical undertones to all these emails that this Angela's receiving with all these death threats. So things really take it up a notch whenever the person posts Angela's face and address trying to get men to show up at her house to act out violent fantasies against her. So like rape fantasies, which that's what I'm talking about. Remember that case where that's how he killed his wife? He killed the guy who he
found the guy on the website.
Yes. He posted saying she wanted.
No,
Yes.
He was it himself or he was posting as her, I thought.
No, I'm saying he posted as her, saying, I want someone to come over and break in, or pretend to break in and pretend to rape me. That's my fantasy.
Yes.
And then he got somebody to come do it.
Yes.
And he kills the guy
that came in
and
his
kills
wife.
her. Yes. And he went to jail. I think he had a girlfriend and all that
stuff. He had the Brazilian au pair or nanny or what it was.
Yes.
That he was diddling and wanted to get with her.
I wonder when that happened here recently. This was 2016, so I'm wondering if he
got the idea from him.
Maybe he's like heard that, like, let me just put it back in the brain and see if maybe I can use that. Because people are sick like that. Yeah, so this is happening for her, and so Ian and Angela, they go to the police over all this, obviously, because it's very scary, and they immediately are saying, we know who's doing this. It's this crazy bitch that Ian used to date, his ex-girlfriend named Michelle Hadley. Well, the thing is they're saying, well, why would she, the police are asking, like, would Michelle want to do all this stuff to you? Like, this is extreme behavior over Ian, and he's not even that cute, you know? And so Ian had just broken up with Michelle shortly before he met Angela, and Michelle used to live in that exact same condo. And part of the threats that she was receiving, Angela talked about the condo and how that's my house and die bitch and whatever, you know, like really hateful stuff. So it was clear that it was coming from Michelle because that was her condo. So they're at the police department. Like we said, Ian is a U.S. Marshal, so he has some influence. Like he's one of them, you know, one of the cops. And so he really pushes on this whole Michelle thing. They have body cam footage of them talking to him, and he's talking about what a bitch Michelle is, and she's psycho, and she needs to be, and telling all these stories about her. So, you know, it's like, okay, well, he's got this crazy ex-girlfriend. And so the police really lean into this and are like, okay, he's one of our people. We got to believe him. They completely ruined Michelle. Like they say she's did it. They plaster her mugshot all over TV. Like she is painted as this psycho ex-girlfriend stalker. They expose all these emails she's writing, this rape fantasy thing on Craigslist, which is really disturbing for someone to do to somebody. So yeah, so they basically ruin Michelle's life.
Because she's a complete psycho.
Yes, because they're saying she's a complete.
Do you have her phone number?
Anyway,
asking for somebody who might want to know.
So I knew something was going on because I looked and I was like, man, this was a short documentary. So I paused it and we were only 43 minutes in. There was 45 minutes left. And I'm like, oh, things must not be as they seem. Or Michelle is crazy. She gets out and
kills everybody. We
don't know. You know, I don't know where it's going. So yeah, so this is where it starts getting completely insane. Like I said, the first half is all being told through the perspective of Ian and Angela. So they are, during the documentary, they're showing Michelle. We see we're going to get to talk to Michelle. Like they're showing Michelle in current day at a table.
Getting mic'd up, getting dressed.
Yes, doing her Netflix entry. Because there's the new trend. There's the trend on like TikTok and everything. It's like preparing for my Netflix documentary. And then it says like something like preparing for my next Netflix documentary where I had a true crime podcast and I murdered my husband or something like that.
What?
I'm saying that would be my Netflix documentary. And then it shows them like walking in, on the Netflix documentaries, they're always walking in, they're always adjusting, they're looking around, they're like, here, I talk here, like that.
Putting on their headphones or mic.
Yeah. Okay, so back to this. So we get to the second half of the documentary, and now we start seeing Michelle. So some of these officers, Michelle's in jail for this. I mean, like, this is serious. Because some of the men that were going to rape her actually showed up to the house. They didn't rape the Angela lady or whatever, but they actually were going to, and of course the guys
fulfilled the fantasy.
Yes. Which the guys, we got into this last time when we talked about that other case. If that's what your fantasy, I guess, is, and it's consensual, then I guess whatever, but then we get a lot of these. It seems like I can't believe this has happened more than once, that people are putting people on Craigslist that don't actually want this to happen to them and pretending to be them, and men are showing up. I mean, I feel like there's some due diligence there for you to,
as the man, that you ought to make sure that the people you're going to meet are the
Yes, I think you should go to their house at least once, and then don't tell them that you're going to break in that day and then go do it. But I think you should go to their house and sit down and meet the person. I don't think we should just be being like, oh, yeah, they said I could rape them. Like, and
have a cup of coffee and discuss when you want to be raped. And
it's like we need some more planning.
When you want this fantasy to happen.
Yes. So at this point in the documentary, we start talking about Angela. So remember, Angela's the new girlfriend. She ends up within 3 months, though. I forgot to mention this. Within 3 months of getting together with Ann, she gets pregnant with twins.
Oh, Jesus.
So they get married.
Of course.
Within, a couple months. So then we start hearing about this other, about Angela and this other group of people that she was friends with, and she was dating this guy, I think, and she basically faked cancer and all this stuff and everything. So we start to see Angela as a crazy person, but this hasn't been talked about with the police or anything. This is just the documentary kind of building up, showing, hey, Angela's crazy.
So she's faking cancer. Did
she
was
even have
faking, the twins?
No, she was faking cancer.
Did she even have the twins, or did she fake the twins too?
Well, she was faking cancer in a different relationship. This is this new relationship with Ann. She doesn't have cancer in this.
Because we did the one about the girl that had the baby, that she was pregnant for like 15 months.
Well, we're gonna get into it. So some of the police officers were just not real confident in. All of a sudden, this Michelle just goes off the deep end and turns into this psychopath and doing this type of thing. So they started looking into it a little bit more. Like, some things just didn't feel right to them. So they started looking into actually looking into it instead of just believing this guy that's a U.S. Marshal just because he's a police officer. He's, telling the truth. They start looking into like the IP addresses, login histories, where the emails and Craigslist posts were actually coming from. And the trail doesn't lead to Michelle.
They were coming from inside the house?
They were coming from inside. The calls coming from inside the house. It was back to Angela. So the investigators find that the emails from Lily is Truth, all the ones with she was sending very disturbing things, like aborted babies. Like, it was a lot. Like, it was very disturbing. Were sent from IP addresses and devices connected to Angela and to places tied to her family, not Michelle. In other words, Angela was sending threatening emails to herself and setting up those Craigslist ads to get raped. And then, of course, she was able to stop them before it happened because she knew they were coming. So, yeah. So she's using VPNs, fake accounts, burner phones. She does the full-on I'm being stalked performance. She even, what got Michelle behind bars for the longest was she claimed that Michelle came into her garage and attacked her from behind, like choked her and everything. And that's what, she physically at that point, or she said that she physically harmed her. So that's when it took it to the next level. Because, stalking, I mean, you can stalk someone all day long, it seems like these days, until they actually do something.
As long as you don't trespass or touch them.
Yeah.
Well, how'd they get away with that? Just based on her word was enough?
Yes, and so the investigators really that found out that these IP addresses, these emails, these Craigslist were all coming from Angela. They re-looked at all the injuries that she claimed she got from this attack in the garage, and nothing added up. For what? If the investigators who had originally done it had looked at it, they would have seen that the injuries that she had did not line up with what she was telling them.
I mean, I'm just counting all the money that Michelle's about to get.
I know. I hope she got a ton of money. I can't remember if she got a ton of... I don't think they mentioned that.
I hope she got plenty of money out of this.
Yes. So, as the documentary explains, a lot of this seems to come down to a lot of control and resentment. So, we've got crazy Angela blaming Michelle, who is now...
Not crazy.
Appearing to be just this innocent person in all this. So, now that they've found out that Michelle wasn't actually doing all this, it's Angela... They want to understand, is it just because Angela hates Michelle because she's the ex-girlfriend, or is there more to it? So that's when they find out that condo that Ian and Michelle had, there was like a real messy fight between them about like who owned it, how much money, who's responsible for repairs. I mean, it was a nasty fight about this.
I can imagine. Yeah, because condo is not...
In California, I'm sure it's like...
Well, it's not a single-family home, so there's association fees and all kinds of other stuff that go along with it.
Yeah, and you have to keep it probably up to a certain standard and everything. So, yeah, they start to wonder, is Angela the only one... Is this all just Angela because Angela's crazy? She's faked cancer in the past. She's like this crazy bitch or whatever.
Or is Ian involved?
And so they go all the way back through all of the body cam footage of Ian, and he's really egging on Angela with all this, and he's just really hateful towards Michelle. And like I said, he made up some stuff saying she was crazy and she locked herself in a room and did something, like just making up all this stuff. So you thought he built the whole thing up that she was crazy. So when it all comes down to it, they find out that Ian and Angela were just so vindictive towards Michelle. Like Ian got crazy because Angela was already crazy. So it was easy for him to tip her over. There was no twins either. It was easy for Ian to...
Just going to throw that spoiler alert in there?
Yes.
No twins either?
Yes. It was easy for Ian to get Angela to take down Michelle because Angela was already teetering on on insanity as it was. And so in the end, Michelle, she spent 88 days in jail for something she didn't do.
Wow.
Yeah. And she was exonerated in 2017. So she spent like a year of her life either being like blasted in the news and everybody on probably Facebook telling her she's a psycho bitch. And then Angela was arrested the day that they exonerated Michelle, and she pled guilty to forgery, false imprisonment, and kidnapping and was sentenced to 5 years in prison. Lovely old Ian, the U.S. Marshal, he was arrested a few years later, and he was found guilty of stalking, perjury, and obstruction of justice, and was sentenced to over 10 years in federal prison.
Well, that's good.
Which I forgot to mention, the reason that they re-looked into this is because he was a U.S. Marshal, and it was the Department of Justice came in to like oversee to make sure there wasn't any funny business.
Some hanky-panky?
Yes. It was probably supposed to be just a general thing, and they're like, wait a minute, we actually might have found something. Like... They're very like, oh, I'm sure it's just above the book.
Yeah, well, we're just going to check this out. Make sure
some crazy bitch or whatever. So, yeah, so that's the A Toxic Love Story. It's a pretty good documentary. Yeah, it's. I knew something crazy was going to happen when we were 40 minutes in, and there were still 40 minutes left. I'm like, oh.
Shouldn't this girl be going to jail here and just putting a bow on this?
Well, I didn't know because sometimes they get out and like kill somebody or something. Yeah, so. But, yeah, go check it out if you haven't seen it. Do you have any thoughts on anything, Stu?
I have all kinds of thoughts on all kinds of things. Would you like to hear them?
No, I'd rather It's getting late on the porch, Stu. The bugs are coming out.
That is what I thought.
The bugs are coming out. All right. Well, we really appreciate all of you being here. If this is your first time listening to like our Friday chit chat thing, we hope you'll join our Patreon and join us next week for it. You can make your drink and everything with us. If not, we'll see you on the regular episodes on
Where can
Thursday.
They find the recipe, Kara?
The recipe?
For tonight's drink.
Oh, it's on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. I posted on there. Going forward, though, since we'll be ahead of time, we'll post it on Wednesdays for everybody on Patreon. So if they did want to make the drink
for Friday,
if they listen to it on Friday night, they could get all the stuff for it.
Or if you can drink at work during the day.
Yes, or you can drink at work. What job could you drink at work? Alcohol
whiskey taster. Government employee, evidently.
Government employee.
For a while, airline pilots.
Stay-at-home wife.
Stay-at-home dads.
No, it would be stay-at-home husband. You shouldn't be. Although those moms, they get that wine that starts getting a little earlier in the day, you know.
Mm-hmm. Me and the girls going to be going to our meetings.
Oh my God! Whenever I'd go to like stuff for work, and we'd have like a lunch where we'd go out to lunch with the company or like whatever, and I'd see all those ladies out there at noon drinking their rosé. I was like, man, I made some mistakes in life.
Well, I supported those mistakes. Stu, do you think I should go do this? Sure.
I know. Stu,
do you think I should apply to this company? Yeah, absolutely.
Stu is like,
why would you spend all that time in school and not go and apply with this company?
No, what I'm saying, what's funny is Stu is you would think that he would be, just all the crazy things I come up with, which he's on a podcast right now that I talked him into doing and didn't really have to.
I didn't think I was going to go that far. I thought you were going to get tired of it and it was going to flop within the first 3 or 4 episodes.
Yeah, so what's funny is I come up with all these, if you guys have been around for a while, I come up with all these crazy things, these crazy business plans, I'm going to be a bakery, a micro bakery. I'm going to run, I do tend to run them for a little bit and then I fizzle out.
Well, thank God we didn't do the micro bakery.
Well, I was doing baked goods. I did sell those on Valentine's Day and I made like $60. I thought that was pretty good.
Oh, those cupcakes or whatever you made?
The cookies. I made the little cookies on everything. I like the ideal of it or whatever, but I don't like the execution of it because it's really messy to bake. But I have a new business plan. Mm-hmm. But I'm not going to tell you guys. You might steal it, okay? Well, I'm kidding. So we moved. So I did supper club when I was here, and apparently I was illegally selling food. I didn't realize that. I thought I was under the cottage food laws, but apparently you can't sell anything with meat in it under Texas cottage food laws. But that's neither here nor there. That was a year ago I was doing
If you're in law enforcement,
please
statute of limitations has run.
Yes. So I was doing supper club. So basically what I did is in my neighborhood, I would meal prep things and I would make a bunch of them and I would sell them to the neighborhood, and I was doing pretty good with it. I mean, I wasn't making tons of money, but it was a lot of work.
Paid for the groceries.
It paid for my goal was for it to pay for the groceries each month. So, and then the great thing was about if you had extras, you just put them in the freezer and you have food, I mean, there was no real downside to it.
But then you didn't eat the food in the freezer and we threw it out.
Well, yeah, that is true. Sometimes I'm like, I don't want that.
I know who made that. I don't want it.
Oh, don't even say that. I am very clean when it comes to all that stuff. Anyway, so I was doing supper club and I was doing pretty good at it, but then I was pregnant, I got tired, and then I didn't pick it back up again. But now that we're moving, I'm not pregnant anymore. The kids are...
Or are you?
I am not pregnant.
You were at that wedding, and you said that waiter was very hot. God.
Yeah, so I was trying to get him with...
The other girl?
I was doing some work for her, and I think it worked. I had to
Well, that's what you say.
I'm too embarrassed myself, though, to go ask her if she hooked up with him or whatever.
Why?
Because.
Isn't that what you do?
Embarrass myself?
Yes.
Yes.
Daily.
Yes, I was telling Stu I was on a meeting. We'll save that for the story behind the Patreon because that was about someone at work.
Oh.
So we'll save that for next time. When I turned myself into a cow when I was mooing every time he talked. On a Zoom meeting. Anyways, okay. We'll talk about that next time. But what was I going to say?
That you supposedly were trying to hook the other girl up with the waiter.
No, we're moving on from that. Oh. My business plan.
Oh.
But what's funny is that anytime I come up with something, Stu is like, he's like, oh yeah, we'll do that. He never even tells me like, this is a bad idea. This is not going to work.
Okay, stuff's a bad idea. A lot of times you don't want to hear it's a bad idea though.
Okay, so you think my current ideal is a good ideal? I'm going to be, no, so I wanted to be. I
have very little involvement in it.
Well, you are going to be involved. Well, you're going to be my sous chef.
This is a terrible idea.
Okay, so when we move, I'm already starting to...
I don't even like this idea now.
I'm practicing my recipes now. I wanted to be known... So I decided, I was like, instead of my supper club, I'm going to pick one thing and be really good at. And I decided it was going to be lasagna. Okay.
Yeah.
So I was going to be the lasagna lady, and I'm just going to name my business the lasagna lady. So you can be like, hey, it's the lasagna lady. So then I start Googling, and I'm like, oh, okay, I can't actually sell meat as a cottage food law. So I started thinking about it. I'm like, I'm going to be the vegetarian lasagna lady. And I feel like we're moving down to the Houston area. So I feel like there's a broader group of people that would be more open to a vegetarian option and not be asking me every other week, can we add meat to it or whatever. So it's going to be like artisanal lasagna. But instead of the lasagna lady, I'm Lady Lasagna. And my logo has a crown. And it's very regal. And so I'm making seasonal lasagnas, vegetable lasagna. So I have my base one.
This is a terrible idea.
And then, what? So I'm making my first one.
It's a terrible idea.
It's a harvest lasagna for fall, because I'm going to start selling these in October when we get there. So I'm practicing the recipe tomorrow, so I'll let you guys know how it goes. I made my sauce today. I let it simmer. I'm making all the sauce homemade. It was so good. So we'll see how it goes. Yes, if this takes off, Stu, you're going to have to do the prep work. Chopping.
This is terrible.
Sauteing.
Terrible.
Simmering. But there won't be any meat involved.
That's what I hear.
All right, well, nobody...
Well, that's probably the one...
Nobody go and copyright Lady Lasagna for... No one take this from me. Don't be copyrighting Lady Lasagna. And if you're in the Houston area, come buy one of my lasagnas in a couple months, okay? Anyways. But if you find out my address, don't send any Craigslist
rapist over,
please.
Fantasy rapist.
Yes. All right. Well, I think that's it for us. All right. Well, thanks for sitting with us. Same porch, same time next week. Bye, everyone.
That is cheesy.
I don't care. I don't care. We're the porch crew, Stu.
Okay.
Don't ruin my new tagline. Okay?
I'm running it. I will step all over.
We're still going to say bye, everyone. Oh, I'm supposed to say bye.
Yeah. Get your stories.
Let me try it again. Guys, give me another shot.
No. Take 2.
No.
Take 23.
Thanks for... Oh, you should have seen me trying to film that drink. Oh,
I did. I heard you. I didn't watch it, thank God. I had secondhand embarrassment for you. And nobody else could even see it but me.
Oh, I can't wait to tell that story whenever we're back. This isn't going out to the other story about my secondhand embarrassment for somebody else. The same person that I...
Oh, yeah.
The mooing. Okay. Yeah. All right, let's try this again.
Okay, I'm ready.
I think
Take
that's
26.
it for us. Thanks for sitting with us. Same porch, same time next week. Bye, everyone. Say bye, Stu.
Bye, Stu.
Don't you know?